All right, guys, welcome back to another video in the garage. Got my brother here. Told you guys I was going to do an interview with him, podcast style, you could say. Just kind of about the bike. You guys have seen it, how he obtained that. And then before that, he had a 2017 BMW 340i. Unfortunately, he crashed that one. It wasn't anything serious. The insurance just wasn't willing to pay what it cost to repair it. So unfortunately, that one got totaled out. And in the process of that happening, he got the bike. But, you know, I kind of wanted to introduce you guys to him because he'll be on the channel a lot more. He has his own channel too. We'll kind of be going back and forth between our channels. We've both been wanting to do this for a long time. He stepped up last year and did his. Once he got the BMW, that's when he was like, I'm going to go at this and start doing vlogs and stuff like that. So I wanted to get him in here, introduce you guys to him. He is my younger brother by, what, 6 years?
Yeah.
By 6 years.
Yeah.
We've always been in the cars, anything fast. We've had four-wheelers, growing up, go-karts, stuff like that. We get it from both sides of the family. So I just kind of wanted to get him on here, talk about, you know, his interests, you know, about the bike, how it started, where it's at now, about the car, and then what he sees, you know, in the future for him, because he has a daily, but he doesn't have like a sports car like me. I have the Trans Am and then the Trailblazer, you know, so kind of want to get, you know, background with him, fill you guys in on some things, and, you know, just get it started. So, you know, where would you like to start?
We can start talking about the 340. So I got that it's right now. It's December 26th or something like that. December 27th of 2025. I got the BMW last year. I would say January of 2024, maybe around then. And I had it for probably like 5 months. I enjoyed the car. It was awesome. That had a MHD Stage 2 tune on it. Great car. I just heard a lot about it because of, what's his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. He's in New York. He drove a 340i. He got it really famous. And then, you know, he switched to his TTRS. I can't think of his name right now. But
So I have just off November 8th was whenever I took a first ride in the car.
So yeah, it was in November then.
Yep.
It was in November.
November
then,
of
not
2024, because that's the photo I have.
Yep, November. We'll put that what he just showed me into the picture or into the video so you guys can see it. But I mean, I loved the car. It was awesome. It was really a different like journey into it because I've always been into muscle cars. Like he said, we're Chevy heads, so we grew up with Trans Ams and Camaros and stuff like that. So I had got to drive the Trans Am that's on the channel now in high school, and then I switched to a GTO a couple years after that. So I'm used to just raw V8s, and then I finally had switched jobs. I was a surveyor at the time. I switched jobs to being a car salesman, and that's whenever I had starting like opening up like, okay, now I've gotten to drive a Hellcat, or now I've gotten to drive an M3. I actually drove an M2. It was Stage 1 MHD tune, and it was like, I don't know. It was a different, I'm not saying like, obviously every car has its own speeds, but I'm saying like in terms of like that, but like my butt dyno, it was like, it felt really good. Like you could feel it in your chest. It was just that initial punch. There was turbo lag. I mean, obviously every car is going to have that, but it was just the way it did it too. And then obviously like everyone knows like a BMW is prestigious. So that's kind of why I got that car. And then the vision, so I've always wanted a bike. So like the vision to get, have a really nice car that I can have, because I have 2 kids. So I also need a back seat. So I can't just have a coupe. So that's where like kind of my passions come from too. Like I love sedans. So my passion comes probably mainly from me having kids. And then also I just love the way they look. So I'll probably always have a sedan sports car. Now I used to have coupes, But now I think I'm always going to have a sedan sports car.
Yeah.
But I mean, you rode in it. What did you think about the?
I was really surprised.
Right.
Because it's an inline V6, right?
Yep.
Inline V6, so torquey, and then you add a turbo on top of that, and I didn't know it had all these extra goodies on it. So just initially, whenever he took us for a ride in it, which we didn't record it because we were all too excited.
Yeah, we're way too excited.
But man, talk about, and it was cold.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think November. Yeah, November. It was cold. The ground was still cold, and that thing still hooked and booked. I mean, and we've never had anything turbocharged in our family. Nope. It's been everything. Well, besides Renee's Camaro that she crashed, but I never even got a ride in that.
Yeah.
Her first Camaro that she got. But I mean, being a V8, solely V8. I mean, you guys see it. I had the Trans Am, Trailblazer, you know, my truck, stuff like that. But that initial, when that boost kicked in, it was something different. And I said, man, yeah. Because, I mean, the Trailblazer, whenever we first got it, that was our first 6.0 all-wheel drive. And whenever you punched that, it pulled. You could feel it keep on pulling. It was so linear. And then the same thing with the GTO when we got the GTO.
That's why I got the GTO.
I mean, the GTO, same thing. The 6.0 just has that power band when you're in it, and it just feels like it's going to keep climbing and climbing.
Yeah.
Same thing with this BMW. I mean, I've never been an import guy. I have respect for all aspects of the industry.
Yep.
Ford, you know, Chevy, Dodge, whatever it is, high-end, you know, exotics, imports. I respect it all. I just have my tastes and what I like. You know, when he got it, obviously gave him crap about it. But
yeah.
Like I said, the car itself really surprised me. And it opened my eyes to, you know, definitely I'm excited to turbocharge, you know, the Trailblazer. You know, something that has a built 6-liter in it. It's a 403 stroker, but I'm so excited because just how much power after that boost kicks in, it's insane. And I mean, it sucks that we didn't get to enjoy it this past spring, you know, into the summer.
Yeah.
You know, but things happen for a reason, you know. But yeah, that's my take on it. So
yeah. And so how I wanted the goal to get the reason why I got that car was I wanted a sedan sports car, and then I had it. I've always dreamed about having a bike, and not just any bike. Clearly, I always told myself that I wanted to, you know, start out slow. So I was always looking at like a Gixxer 750, something like that, or like an MT. I mean, I know MT-09s aren't a beginner bike either. That's like really like a Willy monster, but I don't know. I saw this bike on Facebook Marketplace one day, and it matched the BMW to every spec. I mean, it was the same color, the same year. They both were stage 2, so it was just like boom, 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 and it was like, okay, I'm about to have my dream garage. I had just turned 26, so I was about to have my dream garage at 26, and it was just like, man, it's happening so quick. Thank God, finally. And so we went on a Saturday to get the bike, and I had already had the 340i for maybe like 4 months. So we went to go get the bike on a Saturday, and then we got them together. We'll show you guys pictures. We'll put them in the video. They were together for a day. Literally. I had them out in the front. I have a video. Like, I show you my car, then I show you my bike. They were like, it was just so sad. I keep on repeating myself because that's how sad it was. But so I never got them on the road together. That was really the ultimate dream, was like doing rollers of him driving my car and then me on my bike, and us just like, you know, doing cool stuff. And that, I felt like that was gonna like really pick up our channel. Well, that didn't happen, obviously. So the next day on Sunday, I was going to church. It was really early in the morning. It was kind of like a day like today. It wasn't like necessarily hammering rain, but it was still wet on the ground. And I had been stupid and not changed my tires for like maybe like a month or two past, to where like you knew, okay, this is like too bad. So I kept on waiting. And finally, like it was maybe 2 days before this accident happened, I went to go air the tires up because they're leaking air because they're dead. The guy at the tire shop was like, yeah, you need to get tires because you're on wires right now. So that's what did it. I hydroplaned. It was wet. I was in a hurry trying to get to church, trying to get a good seat. Shouldn't have been in a hurry. But I was trying to go around somebody on a road I shouldn't have been trying to go around somebody on. So all this stuff just adding up is just like, that's why it happened. It was me. It was on me. I was trying to go around them, hydroplaned, and then just did like a 360. I mean, you already know it's kind of, it's not necessarily easy to control like drift, but it's easier whenever you have nice grip on your tires. I was just like on slicks doing donuts, and it was just, so it started going at 360, and then I kind of jumped on a curb and hit a pole. Well, the car didn't look bad. Like, I'll show you guys pictures. It didn't look bad, but what happened was we broke the A-arm on the passenger side front right tire. That got broke. That was like $3,000 to fix. The rims, each rim was, I think it was like 500. It's I forget what the specific rim is called, but it's the M series rims that everybody loves, the 5-spoke ones. Those were like $300 a piece, or like $400 a piece. It was just so expensive. Like he said, the insurance company just didn't want to pay for it. So it's not like I didn't have the money. I mean, obviously I didn't have the money to pay for it outright, but I wish that they would have just paid for it, because then I would have kept on paying
And
for
we
the
were
car.
thinking about, we don't have, because we got to, I mean, we're going to figure it out one day. We're going to figure out how to get a license, dealer license, not even a dealer license, but find someone that could, because we were going to buy it back.
Yeah.
That was the plan, to buy it back. I was going to hold off on the Trans Am build. We were going to get it put back together.
Yep.
Because the Trans Am I put together in no time. I mean, it was just a transmission swap, and but that's really what got me going. Is once you crash, I was like, I got to get this thing going. That way, there's something for us to start with, recording and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, that was the plan. So, and it's still going to be the plan, because I would love to eventually, I don't want to be a giveaway channel, but I want people to have the same passions as us. I want to be able to give someone a nice sports car that we rebuild, or a nice bike that we rebuild, and do it every so often. I don't want the channels based on it's not that. I want to be able to, allow people to have a little piece of what, we put our hands on, and our heart and souls into, and that way you guys can kind of feel the passion. And maybe if you haven't, had the opportunity to start a channel, maybe this will be a segue into it, I mean, look, I'm already how many videos in now, and we're already doing like a sit down video like this. I mean, and we didn't really prepare for this. We're going off the cuff,
It's just doing it. It's just getting in and doing it.
Yeah, get started on it. I mean, we're kind of off topic right now, but we'll segue back into, into what he was talking about. So.
No, yeah, but just in terms of the next future thing for the bike, we do need to loosen up the front forks and realign those, and then...
Well, let's get into that and why they're like that. Because this bike was not originally like this. Obviously, he said it matches the car. I'll put the picture in of the car and the bike and what they originally looked like.
Yep. So it was probably like, like month 2?
Man, I have it.
It was month 3. I haven't had the bike, so that's another thing too. I forgot to mention was, yes, this is my first bike, a Stage 2 S1000.
So you got the bike March. It's March 29th of this year is when we went to pick it up, and when you had the accident with the bike, it was, I'm almost there. It was August 16th.
So 5 months. So I did have a clean streak for about 5 months of owning a 1,000-liter bike.
Yeah, because you had the car for almost 6 months.
Yeah. Yep. That's so crazy.
No, not even 6. I want to say 4. Because the bike was the car was already gone, right?
When I got the
after I'm talking about before the crash.
Yeah, it was late. Yeah.
With the bike.
Because I remember I got the bike, lost the car, started only riding the bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did not have them together. Very sad.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I'll have to look it up, but that's fine.
No, yeah, but I think so I had the bike for about 5 months. Got, I guess you could say, comfortable. I don't ever get comfortable on a bike, so I don't want to say comfortable, but I guess in this situation I got comfortable because I was out too late. I wanted to do one more lap. You guys know how that goes. You want to do, oh, yeah, let's just go one more time. Or, yeah, let's hit that strip one more time. Yeah, and then you should have been home. So it was like, it was past 12. I had already been riding around all night, so I really didn't need to do one more lap.
And the tire, we had issues with the
yeah,
tire.
and the tire. So where I live is there's an alleyway, and I haven't parked there since, because this is not the first tire that I've had. This is the third tire that I've bought for this bike because of freaking nails, and I haven't officially went through a full set of tires yet. Like,
no, just the rear tire.
just the rear tire, yeah. So I haven't officially like ridden a tire out and like, okay, I need to replace it. This bike's always had fresh tires on it because of that reason of having nails in an alleyway. Well, so we plug it. That's another no. Don't do that. Once you have to plug your tire, go straight to the tire shop and then replace it, and then you're good. Don't try and ride on it. It's just
temporary. It's just a temporary fix.
Yes,
to get you there.
Yes, it is not like, oh, I'll be good. No, don't do that. This is why, because so that one lap turned into me. We have an airport out here where we live. There's like a nice little curve around it. Well, being me, I was comfortable. Let's just say that. I was going maybe 110. There's like a nice little road that it like comes up and over, and then you go into a left-hand curve. Well, I was at 110 after I came over that hill, hit 110. Right before I hit that curve, I slowed down to 60. So I came to like a pretty nice, like a nice gradual stop. And then as I'm turning into the turn, I feel like, okay, crap, I'm not getting how I usually lean into this turn. And so I kind of force it more down. Well, the way the tire was leaking was we had that plug and then we put freaking Flixifly in there. That was on me. I won't blame anybody but myself. But we put Flixifly in there, and then so it started leaking out of that hole. Well, every revolution, it was like, you can see it on we'll show you guys after this. We'll put a picture. On my license plate, you'll see where it kicks up all that shit from the tire. Well, I feel like that's what made me, like, I got right on that line of where that was whenever I was leaning it over, and it like just got the tire perfect, and I slid. Well, I low left side slide the bike. I didn't flip it or anything. It was just nice and just slid. Well, I flip over and then I hit a fence and the bike hits me. We have all the pictures. You guys have we showed them yet?
No, not yet.
So we haven't.
We're gonna do I'm gonna do a whole series on that, and then into the build to where it's at now.
Sweet. So you guys haven't seen it yet. You will see eventually what happened. The whole top, it basically got ripped off. That's why we have to realign the forks, because it slid on the left handlebar. So those definitely need realigned. And then other things I have to fix is the quick shifter. That's not working right now. If anybody watched this video and wants to help me out on fixing that, shout out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to fix, because everything right now, like aesthetically, is how I want it. I have the mirrors how I want them. I love the fairings. I mean, I really don't see myself changing the rims, because those are HP4 rims. So those are super light, super durable. I mean, that's where I'm at with the bike. So I don't see anything else needing to be changed. But that's where I'm at in terms of bike wise.
Like, this is like it. Like, pretty much.
Yeah.
This is how you've seen this bike and how you want to keep it, unless you get tired of the fairings.
Yeah, which they're not. The brand I use is a Moto part. Those will be, like we said, we'll have the full rebuild video. That brand is amazing. So yeah, I think I'll probably eventually switch up the fairings, because they're not cheap, or they're not expensive. Sorry, they're not expensive. So that's like a really nice investment. Like, put those away, wrap them up nice. That way, if you want to put them back on, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I want it to look. Now I will probably eventually get another bike. I am looking at like a Ducati. I want a Ducati, but no, this is that thing. Everyone knows, if you know bikes or if you don't know bikes. If you just know about a BMW is a top brand, and then they made a bike. Holy shit, it's probably. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but if you know, you know.
Yeah, true.
So, do you want to go into talking about like my future goals for cars?
Yeah, definitely. Whatever. Like, yeah. What's next? Like, because you have the bike. What's next as far as either, your sedan, sports car, or SUV, or whatever it is? What's next?
So I've thought about it a lot, and like I said, the biggest impact is that I have kids. So like if I didn't have kids, which I'm not saying I don't want to have kids, but if I didn't have kids, I would go back to a coupe, and it probably would be like, I want to say if I could find a really clean, like early 2017 SS, or this would be like a long stretch. Like if I could find a nice 2013 Z06 Corvette, like that. Like I'm a Chevy head. Like obviously you guys can tell I'm a Chevy head. But like that's if I didn't have kids. Now that I have kids, the whole mindset is different. Like I'm getting away from the coupe thing into the sedan thing. So it's hard because I wish Chevy would stop being. I'll be nice and say like not giving the customers what they want. We don't have a Trailblazer SS anymore that haven't made like any truck that's an SS.
The only sports sedan is the Chevy SS.
The Chevy SS.
You know, and those are limited production anyways, and those are going up in price, like most things. You know the Trans Ams are, which I'm glad I got this when I did, but the market's crazy. The market's real crazy right now. Any used market is insane right now.
Yep.
Just trying to find anything, you gotta literally be driving around town and get lucky and find someone that's selling it, off of their front lawn to get a good deal.
Yep. Or someone's selling it for $35,000. I feel like every car when I was at the BMW I bought, the 340, I paid $28K, so that's basically $30,000. So I mean, like every car that's nice, that is like good for a sports car, I guess you could say, is probably from 25 to 35. And
I was about to say that's what I've seen on Marketplace, like because I've been looking for you just to see, because I don't know if you're going back to BMW or not, but
yep.
The 340i's are around that. They're 25 to 35K.
Yep. And then I mean, if you get a really nice,
and that's not with low miles.
Yeah, I was just about that's exactly where I was going. If you don't mind the high mileage, which I don't know why you wouldn't. It's a BMW. Like yes, that engine is known to be indestructible, I guess you could say, but every engine has like, what is it, like a cycle life. Every engine has a cycle life. That engine is eventually gonna give out.
And they say between 90 and 100,000 is when you have to go through, pull the engine, rebuild it.
You're putting probably 10K into the engine at 90.
But I mean, just imagine if, like I said, if we would have had that BMW, we would have eventually gone through it.
Yeah, and I think that's why like I was, because I know he's really good with his hands in terms of like all this mechanical stuff. I'm not. I'm a construction guy. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why I refer to him the majority of the time. But yeah, that's why I got excited, because I was like, okay, so now we have a project car. We have a car that's a turbo. So now we have to deal with all this stuff. It's like, yes, it's frustrating in the moment, but at the same time, it's like, this is just more content for us because we have to learn it anyways. Why not learn it on this car? And then eventually I wanted to give it to my son, but I don't have it anymore. So
yeah.
But so what I'm going to upgrade to, I still want to be a BMW guy, or a Beamer boy, how people like to say. I'm looking at, I really want to get back into a 340i.
Yeah.
I love that, but like if I could get what I wanted based off of like the income that I have, because I probably still could afford it, but it would just be like check to check. So I don't like living like that, but if I wanted to, I could probably get like an M3 or X5M. I've been looking at those. Those are nice, but like I said, I don't want to live check to check. I'm already comfortable with what I have. I don't pay on my Chevy Cruze. I pay for that, so it's like my bills are low. Do I really want to add another $35,000 to $40,000 loan on my credit score? So it's just like, right now I think I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm gonna hopefully let the channel grow. You know, if you guys watch us more, you'll see me have a car faster. So I think that's what I'm gonna wait on, because I'm comfortable with the bike. The bike is, if you get a bike, you already know it's well more than enough fun for you to be satisfied. That's why I've been out so much now.
Especially a liter bike.
Yeah, and then now I don't have to upgrade. That's why I got that bike too, because like I've heard so many stories of like, oh, I got a 600 and then it just wasn't enough, or I had a 300 and it definitely wasn't enough. So I just thought to myself, I mean, I know myself as being calm and not. I have a heavy foot, but like I don't punch it at a dead stop, or I don't. Like I like going fast. I don't like going fast on like turns and stuff. So that's why I knew I could trust myself with the bike like that, because I know, okay, straight line, yeah, I'll probably get on it every now and then, but I know I'm safe. That's why I was like 5 months in, I crashed my bike finally. It's gonna happen. You're gonna lay your bike down. But it was like those 5 months I learned, okay, self-control, when to hit it, when not to hit it. And then finally, when I had the crash, it was like, I let all that out of my mind for one more lap. And that's why I'm kind of glad it happened, because now it's like you have that extra reassurance of that's why you ride how you ride.
And like, you know, your friend Cayman, who's ridden for a while now, he said it's not, you know, I'm trying to think of how he said it. It's not like, he's like, it's not whatever about the crash, it's when you crash.
Yeah. Yep. So he'll be on the...
Yeah, it's not if I crash, it's when I crash.
Yes, that's what
he said. It's not if I crash, but when.
Yep.
And, you know, at first when he got the bike, everyone was like, it's a leader bike, you shouldn't have got it. But I mean, you're going to do what you want to do. Just like I said in my very first video about the car with the Trans Am, my dad did not want me to have it. He did not want, you know, us to go from my Oldsmobile Delta 88 with the 3800 V6 in it to a, you know, 300 plus horsepower, you know, sports car, a Trans Am, you know. But he should have known better.
Right.
Because he had that red one, and that's what really...
Yeah, that's what woke you up. And then what got to me was the Plum Camaro. That's the one I remember.
Yeah, the 85.
Yeah, the 85. That's the one I remember. And then he had a bike. He never rode a bike. Well, I've never watched him ride the motorcycle, but he had a motorcycle in the garage in our basement. And that's his fault. I mean, I would go down there and sit on it all the time. So
we both did. We both did.
So I feel like that's where my, like, burning passion comes from, where I have to have
that. And then I think you forget about the dirt bike.
Oh yeah,
when he had, I don't even know what brand it was, but it was.
I think it was a Honda.
Was it?
I think it was a Honda.
It was an old school Honda. I don't know what CC it was. I don't know if it was a 250, if it was a 450, but yeah, him and my brother would hop on that thing and
I forgot about that. Yeah, and then there was one story where my
you
shoe.
were young.
Yeah, my shoe melted because I used to sit on the back of it. My shoe melted to the exhaust. I do remember that story.
Then he put you up front on the.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, you're done riding back there."
So yeah, I think that's definitely where you got that. And then we saw the old photos of who had one. Grandpa Duncan.
Oh yeah.
Grandpa Duncan had like a Harley or something like that.
Yep.
Some kind of cruiser like that.
Yep, I think he did have one. And then I don't know if he's gonna get a bike, but
I don't know. Like I said, I have yet to, because I haven't had fun with anything, because the Trailblazer's been down for.
That is true. Yeah,
I blew the engine in that right before I started at the hospital, so it's been 7 years. And then the Trans Am went down. Was it your senior year? I forgot to ask you about that. It was 2017.
Yeah, it was 2017.
So 2017 till the beginning of this year when I got it running again.
Yeah, so
that it's sat. But luckily, it wasn't engine. It wasn't anything. It wasn't the rear end. It was the transmission, which that's fine. I mean, I told them that how I had asked you, and you said you didn't even know who the person was that you let.
No, and I was gonna say I did remember. I watched that because obviously we watch each other's videos. I watched that, and I did know the guy. I knew the guy. We used to party together, and he drove a. What year was it? It was probably like 2010 or like 2012 Charger V6. So like you said, he finally felt the power, and I think the dumbest thing that he did was keep it in first gear. Like, who does that? Who you're not in a manual, you're in a 4-speed automatic, you're not drag racing, so that'd be different. Like if you were dragging somebody and you were in first and then you clicked up every gear, that's different. But like,
which, I mean, you saw whenever I drove the car, that's how I drove it. I drove it like it was a manual, which I went all the way down to first, second, third, which at the time I didn't know anything about transmissions. Now I do know a little bit. It didn't have a manual valve body in it, so that was actually, which, I mean, the transmission lasted because I did burnouts, I did all that crazy stuff with you in the car with it. But now it has a really good built transmission in it.
Right, so you can do all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy, he, man, and I don't even know why I didn't go with him. I think
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's what really was like threw me off, is that like you just gave someone the keys to this and let them take off.
Well, I think that's what it was like I had already been hanging out with them for like 4 or 5 months. I had just graduated high school, so obviously I was an idiot. was
Young
doing
and dumb,
something,
young and
yeah,
dumb.
doing stuff that you shouldn't have been doing. So like obviously you build that connection with somebody, and there's guys out there right now that are young and dumb. I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm saying you're young that have those friendships that are like, oh, I've known this guy for like 5 or 6 months. I can trust him with everything. Well, be careful because you know not everybody treats your stuff how you would treat your stuff, or not everybody thinks, oh, I'm about to go drive somebody else's car. Let me like just experience it. Like he wanted to fully experience like it was his, and like, yeah, when I first watched it, I was like, as soon because he was on Facebook Live doing it, and I was blowing him up. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you? And then he came back and was like, oh, I didn't mean to do all that. I was like, dude, you had it and you were just ripping it. Oh, we could probably find it.
I'd like to see, because I didn't know that he was live.
Yeah, he was on Facebook Live. That's how I knew he was doing all that stuff, because he didn't come back and tell me the truth. I had to find out myself, because somebody was like, hey, look, this guy's name, or his, I'll just say his name's Kalen. He was like, they're like, hey, here's Kalen. He's on the Facebook, just driving your car around Ball State. And then we could hear him too. It's like the car's loud. I think it was louder before we cut the exhaust and went back on.
Because the car came with, when I bought it, came with headers.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're 1.25 or 1.75 or 7/8. I haven't measured them. I plan on getting new ones later on.
Yeah.
And then it went to a Y into a single out to 2 exhaust tips, which I showed you guys in in my first video, I think.
Yeah.
But now it's true dual 3-inch exhaust all the way at the back. But
yeah, it sounds so good now. But like then, I don't know. Back then, like when you first got it, it sounded like a monster.
everyone sounded like a monster truck. Is what people said, because you guys could hear me coming up towards whenever we lived on the south side at the trailer.
Yeah, you could hear him coming, because where we used to live on the south side, it was like off of like a highway, like a bypass almost. So there was like a long straightaway that you could get onto the bypass at, and obviously, I mean, you would just hear him. Like you could hear him initially get on it, and then once you open it up, you heard that like full open up. It was so cool. That's the stuff I remember about the Trans Am. Yeah. And that's why I wanted to drive it. And then that's whenever he got the Trailblazer and was like, yeah, I mean, you might as well. So.
Yeah. So you owe me a transmission. Not really. It doesn't matter. That's in the past.
That dude, yeah, he definitely.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, and our one rule, like I said, was no one's allowed to drive anything. Like the Trailblazer, the only person that's ever driven the Trailblazer is Mom. That's because she went on the ladies' trip down to Indy.
And that was, I can only imagine, because my mom, like, she doesn't realize it, but she, like, her initial takeoff is pretty fast, so I could only imagine her in
everything. Oh, she said she was having fun with that.
Yeah, I bet. Well, you saw how Grandma was driving in that video they sent in the group chat.
I might insert that in, because
we might have to. Our grandma, she's what? 70?
I think so. And this is on my mom's 70s. Side. My mom's side.
Yeah, my mom's mom is at least like maybe in her like early 70s, driving like still one of us. Yeah, that's where we get it from. So
I can't wait. I hope Mom can get her to come from Kansas at least spring or summertime.
Yeah,
so that
we can go there. That'd be a nice ride and drive out.
I don't know if the car would make it.
You don't think it'd make it that far?
I don't know. The engine needs rebuilt.
Yeah. I know the bike would make it.
The engine needs rebuilt. It definitely needs a tune. No, I feel like your bike would make it for sure with ease.
I want to take it down to South Carolina.
Because what's the furthest you've taken it? Is Southern Indiana?
Yeah, Browns County. They have a national park there. I did it right before the end of the season. It was like still summertime, so it felt nice outside. We went. I did a big group ride. I don't have that on my channel yet. I'm still editing the video. Because there's not much that we did. There's just like twisties and stuff, so I'll put those in there. But I haven't gotten it yet because I did switch phones. I'm on the Google Pixel now. I'm not on iPhone anymore. I switched, so I have to back up all my photos and then switch it to my Google Photos. So that's taking, like it said, it would take 5 days. It's been, I think, already 4. So hopefully I'll get them. Yeah, hopefully I'll get them soon, and then I'll have more content on my channel. But
yeah, he went a little dormant there once the car was done. Yeah. And then he was just hyper focused on learning how to ride, getting through the class, because he only held your permit how long?
Yeah, so that's how. So in the state of Indiana, you don't have to have your permit to go take the MSF course, but you do need a permit to be on the road legally.
Yep. And
So
you don't
you're-
have to get your license here. You can be a lifer permit rider. There's just
Right.
limitations to that.
Yep. So you can't ride at night. You can't
Have to have a
passenger.
helmet.
You have to. Yeah, you have to have a helmet. You can't have a passenger. Which I didn't. I didn't break any of those rules, but like what we were saying, I only held the permit for maybe like 2 months.
And the only reason why is because you were getting delayed. Your course got delayed twice.
I would have had it way sooner than that, but it got delayed because of rain, and then it got delayed again because the instructor was sick. So I was like, you know what? Is there another place that's not in this location where I wanted to go? And they sent me like an hour away, which I was fine with because I wanted to take that way anyways, because it was nice curvy roads. So I rode my 1000cc bike to the MSF course tryouts, which is hilarious. They all thought that was funny. Passed it on a MT-03. So I went down literally 700 cc's to pass the course, which was really nice and easy. It's actually, I mean, obviously, like the throttle control on this and then the clutch control was a lot different than a smaller bike, but I think it benefited me more because that one had a bigger window than this one.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really easy to pass. So I had that for a while, and then I want to say, I think it was like maybe a week after that, the guy, he handed us our cards, and he was like, hey, if I hand you this, do you think that you'll crash? And I said no. And then literally a week later, I think that's whenever I had that crash, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like if the tire wasn't the way it was, you wouldn't have crashed.
Yeah.
But I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I feel like that type of crash, which it could have been a lot worse than what it was.
Gosh.
The frame sliders definitely helped.
Yep.
How you laid the bike down helped. You know, even though you got bucked off and thrown over the front, you know, and the bike hit you, things could have been a lot worse. Same thing with the car. Like, everything happens for a reason. We were having those issues with the car.
Yep.
And I feel like it would have ended up costing you a lot more.
Yeah.
Keeping that car, because you would have eventually had to put, like you said, probably 10,000 into the engine.
Easily. Yep. And that's another thing I forgot to talk about. Like the cost between BMW and Chevy. Like an LS motor, there's parts everywhere.
And they're easy. They're
easy. Like you can ship them from Ohio or from wherever overnight. This bike alone, like this is the same thing. So I obviously the BMW ecosystem, but the parts for my car were not cheap. The parts for this bike were not cheap
and hard to find.
And hard to find.
I mean, just with the switches alone on each grip on each side, the combination switch over here and the start and stop switch over here. I mean,
I bought them from two different parties.
Different parties, and you spent more on the one on the combination switch that has everything on it than the kill switch. The kill switch is still used. The combination switch is brand new.
And that was only because I bought the used one.
You bought the whole. It wasn't the whole grip, the whole entire thing. It wasn't just the thing, right? Wasn't it the?
No, yeah, it was the whole grip. Yeah, it was the whole grip and the.
Because I took it apart and we started.
Because it broke. Yeah, because it broke. The twist grip broke.
Mm-hmm.
It came
the clock spring or whatever it was.
Yep.
Broke in there.
Yep.
But yeah, that is one thing is the parts for an LS, and
well, yeah,
parts.
you know, he's done full build. So I mean, I don't know as much because I haven't done a full build, but I've done a full build on that bike, and that right there was $5,000.
I haven't gone in depth with the Trailblazer, but the engine build on that, I have the paperwork. What it would cost now is
crazy.
Astronomical than what it cost before. Because I got it done right at the beginning of COVID, and I got just like with the transmission in it.
Yeah.
I got all that done right before COVID.
Yep.
And now everything's expensive. Which, I mean, the Trailblazer has like a level 6 transmission in it. And this, Brad, the guy that builds my transmission, he doesn't like doing levels. He just builds them. You tell him what you have, and he builds it to it. This transmission in the Trans Am is only a few parts away from what's in the Trailblazer.
Yeah.
Hard parts. There's hard parts in the Trailblazer that's not in this. But if I would upgrade those hard parts in, it would be the exact same, back and forth.
Nice.
So, but just the cost. I mean, I don't know how much a BMW transmission costs. I mean, I remember we were looking it up. It was pretty expensive.
Yeah, it was crazy expensive.
I mean, just the turbo, the pure turbo, what was it?
Yeah, what was that? It was like $3,500.
Man, it's like, yeah. And that was with the manifolds And the turbo, right?
Yeah. Or you could. That's what it was. It was $3,500 if you bought one. And
Yeah.
then if you sent yours in, it was $2,500.
Yeah, which is probably what we would have ended up doing, especially
Yeah,
like, you know, well, maybe, because that was your daily at the time. So who knows? I mean,
I liked it where it was. It was perfect. It was 480 horsepower plus 480 foot-pounds of torque. So
we didn't even get to feel that because it was just when you got it in November.
Yeah, I got it in.
And then it was through the winter.
The road was so cold.
Yeah, everything. So we did not ever get to get on warm road.
That was the sad part too. We never really got it. And then I never my dream was to have the freaking sunroof open with all the windows down, cruising through. Yeah, never got to do any of that. So,
but we'll get there. I mean, we'll get back there.
Because your guys' support, for sure.
You know, hopefully, this gives you guys more of an insight on, where he's at. If you guys have more interest in bikes and BMW, import stuff.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be more of the import channel.
Jump on his channel, show him support. You guys know what's on my side, and like I said, once we're in December going into January, so I mean, there's not much content I can do. I got a video coming out of me and you riding. What was it? Christmas? Was that? Yeah, no,
Christmas
it was
Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Yep, Christmas Eve.
So Christmas Eve, I did the oil change in Molly's car.
Yep.
Yep, and then you took the bike, and then the next day, came back because you had the kids. We went to mom and dad's, and then I have a video of. He has a little short, little video that I knocked out for you real quick. Did you already post that?
I haven't posted that one yet. No, I haven't. I don't think I've posted the Christmas Eve ride either.
Okay.
I haven't posted either of the videos.
Because you're editing that yourself.
Yeah, I already edited it. That one's ready to go. I was just gonna do a preview and then do it.
Okay. So yeah, same thing. I'm just waiting to drop it. I just got it done today. So that's kind of what's next, for him, for me. You guys know what it is. I'm gonna keep grinding. I want to get the Trailblazer done before springtime. So now that I know the car is fine after driving it these past days, it needs a tune for sure. Because I just did the fuel pump and everything in it and that hot wire kit for the fuel pump. I'm not worried about it anymore. I'm gonna dive head in first. I ordered a head mount, like you said.
Nice.
So then I ordered a tripod because for both my cameras.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get more of that content out there. So if you guys like what you're hearing, subscribe.
Show us some love.
Show some love.
Sure.
Like I said, I'd love to grow this, and we plan on having at least one more person added to the channel.
Yeah, like I said, I mentioned Cayman. I don't know if he's pretty busy, but he'll probably be on my channel more because we'll ride together more often than not.
And he'll probably pop in if we go for a cruise. Like if I'm driving the car and you guys are on the bikes, he'll pop in my videos. But he's going for nursing too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Which nursing here is a 2-year program, depending on how fast you want to go through it. The fastest you can go through it is 2 years. 2-year program, up to 4. And it takes a lot of your time.
It does. But I think just going back on what his channel will be probably more V8 American Muscle, and then this channel will be more bike content, unless he gets a bike, but bike content. And I'm not trying to call myself a tuner, but I think I'm slowly turning into one, unfortunately. But yeah, probably BMW love, some BMW love, and then if the channel blows up, I am getting a 2013 ZR1. I want a Corvette.
Yeah, you'll step back into the V8s for a little bit.
So that way, I'll have my sedan, and then I'll have my dream sports car. Yeah, for sure. So.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you guys need to look forward to. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this kind of in-depth interview. Mainly about my brother, but between both of us, we look forward to what's coming for 2026.
Yeah, I hope that we'll just. I mean, we have the whole summer, so hopefully we just blow up and you guys, feed into it. You guys see how, we're being passionate and we're being real. We're not trying to put on a persona of what we think you guys will like. Yeah. This is just gonna be us, and we're gonna put it out there. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, you do.
Yeah.
So hopefully it takes off.
Yeah, hopefully. So thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys on the next video. Thank you.